Greetings YouTube, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a very different kind of video that Mr. Mal, M-A-L, submitted in the past week, and I am just now getting to it because I wanted to take some intentional time. That's kind of the beauty of when there's a 4-hour maintenance, is I can record a few videos that I've been waiting to kind of take my time on and talk about because they're different. You never know how a video like this is going to do view-wise, but hopefully they'll at least start the conversation. That's the important thing about my channel. I really am a college professor that pays the bills. YouTube is like my fun time, even though some things put the FU in fun, and I'm actually doing YouTube mainly because of the amount of time I'm spending in correspondence with people more than I am teaching. So my hobby has suddenly turned into my full-time hobby. But with that said, this summoner has a dream, and that dream is to return Doctor Strange into the incredible, pardon my French for this offense, people, but I'm going to say it, badass champ that he was supposed to be. Similar to how many people for years thought Magneto needed to be returned to greatness. Well, Doctor Strange is the same way. He used to be really good. If Kabam tomorrow said, hey, with the October patch, we're just going to return the 5- and 6-star Doctor Strange into what the 4-star used to be pre-patch 12.0, I think that'd make enough people happy as is. But the chances of them doing that are essentially zero. So, Mal here has spent an ungodly amount of time typing up a rework for Doctor Strange, including the same kind of language that Kabam likes to use for their Champion Spotlight buffs. So without further ado, let's read his Doctor Strange rework and talk about it. First, the Awakenability Eye of... I always mispronounce this. I like to say Agamotto. Sorry if that's wrong, but I say Agamotto. Agamotto. Doctor Strange unlocks the 5th and most powerful artifact that allows him to rewind between 20 to 50% based on SIG level of all forms of incoming damage and reflect back 20 to 30% based on SIG level of that damage. The eye also grants him immunity to mind control and reduces all energy damage by 95%. Now, those of you who watch my channel, we've had some epic troll comments, and I say troll not in like a negative sense, but just like I've been complaining about these champion reworks having these random small percentages of essentially RNG with abilities, and that's made some people be like, well, what if students try to fight for better percentages on passing assignments? Well, I guess that's true, but let's just say I'm not going to budge. And neither is Kabam. But seeing a 95% rating, I just feel like Kabam would say that's too high. And even 20 to 50% of rewinding. I do think about like Limbo, like Magic's Limbo is kind of like that, because once the Limbo timer expires, it's like you go back in time from when you weren't hit. The same thing can kind of be true with Fishbowl Mysterio, right? So maybe Doctor Strange could have a Fishbowl / Magic-like pro to him. Passive. The first medium, first and third light attacks are energy-based attacks. The second light and second medium attacks are cloak of levitation attacks. Look at the amount of time that went into this. This guy's a legend. Which do not make contact with the opponent and do not trigger abilities such as evade, auto block, rock hard thorns, etc. Yeah, screw you, Korg. Steven has a 70% chance for reduced combat power rate. However, he gains 25% of his max power every 9 seconds. Again, very generous, but why not ask for it? Passive. Owning countless magical artifacts, Doctor Strange utilizes each depending on his situation. The Wand of Watum. Just Watum. The wand amplifies Steven's power and stores mystic energy, giving Doctor Strange a 35% chance to nullify buffs and reduces power the opponent otherwise would have gained by 50% on all energy-based attacks. I can see that being realistic. The Book of Vishanti, containing some of the universe's most powerful spells. Steven uses this book to increase his special attack damage by 50% when the opponent is below 1 bar of power. Additionally, while the opponent is under the effect of a stagger, all energy-based attacks steal 4% of the opponent's maximum power. Ho ho, look out. The Serum of Seraphim. The serum I caught myself there. The serum cures all forms of poison known to the battle realm, reducing the duration of all poisons to 1 second. Great utility if that could help him with poison damage. The Scrolls of Watum, used in conjunction with the Wand of Watum. The ancient knowledge of Watum allows all energy attacks to have a 35% chance. That sounds more realistic for Kabam's percentages. To gain a fury buff equal to 40% of Steven's base attack lasting 5 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. Can we just stop 1 second and acknowledge how much time and energy and detail is going into this? I mean, this summoner really wants Doctor Strange to be good again. Passive Doctor Strange, vast knowledge of the multiverse allows him to foresee and counter different threats depending on the class of his opponent. All classes, when dropping below 75% health, he activates a regeneration buff for 20% of his max health. Makes you think of Arc Overload, right? Mystic reduces ability accuracy by 40% and becomes immune to all forms of Nullify and Stagger. Cosmic reduces the potency of all buffs by 35% and gives an additional 15% chance to nullify buffs. As somebody who has an Awakened 6-star Doctor Strange, this would make me very happy. Tech reduces the effectiveness of all resistance effects such as armor up by 70%. Mutant reduces special attack damage by 40%. Skill reduces the chance for a defender to shrug off debuffs by 50%. That's huge. Science, due to his inability to properly read the strengths and weaknesses of Science champions, he instead starts the fight with an armor up buff, increasing his armor by 35%. There's that 35%. All specials, special attacks generate 80% less power in opponents. Special 1, 100% chance to stagger, lasting 15 seconds. Special 2, each hit drains the opponent of 10% of their current power. Additionally, each hit deals a burst of energy damage up to 200% of his attacks beyond the opponent's power. Special 3, if Doctor Strange has nullified a buff this fight, he gains a Fury buff equal to between 80 to 150% of his base damage, depending on the number of buffs he has nullified, max 15 stacking, which we knew from today. And say Guillotine, and even somebody like Thing, Kabam loves the max 15 number. This duration of his Fury is dependent on the amount of power Strange has drained, stolen throughout the fight. 1 bar of power, 5 seconds, 2 bars of power, 10 seconds, 3 bars of power, 20 seconds. If Strange has managed to drain 4 bars of power or more, these Fury buffs are indefinite and become passives instead. I'm going to do something I rarely do. I'm going to clap for a summoner during a video. Who's the professor now? And who's the student? This man's the professor. I can barely read. I'm just really thankful when people do this. Who knows if it's ever going to happen? I don't think that's really the point. The point is that this showcases just how much passion you all have for champions in this game. And who knows, he may not even have a 5 or 6-star Doctor Strange. It doesn't matter. He just wants him to be really good again. And I do think this kind of makes Doctor Strange remind me a little bit, as weird as this analogy might be, of Apocalypse, who Kabam Broccoli said he made intentionally, not just to be a badass, again, using that word, but also to be relevant and help lift up an entire class. The Mystic class still has a lot of duds. I'm hoping Guillotine helps add a stud to that class, but we won't really know until we can play around with her buff in October. But Doctor Strange demands, like, you should land on Doctor Strange in this game and just get so freaking excited, so hyped, because it should mean something. It should mean something to any of the OG Avengers, including OG Spidey, but it just doesn't right now, right? It's just like, oh, dang it, I wanted the other Spidey, or I wanted, I don't know, not Doctor Strange. I wanted another Doctor, Doctor Doom instead of Doctor Strange. So, thank you, Mal, for this effort to get a literal malnutritioned Doctor Strange and turn him into an amazing champion. What do you think of this rework? If you'd like to see other reworks, maybe you can let me know in the comments, and Mal can work on those too. He might be my new rework video submission summoner. In the meantime, let's keep this video under 10 minutes and into here. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.